The state of Manipur has a distinct socio-cultural heritage. Manipur has played a significant role in the century-long freedom struggle of India. In 1857, at the time of India's first war of independence, Manipur was ruled by Maharaja Chandra Kirti Singh. A Manipuri prince, Narendrajit Singh, led the revolutionaries of the 34th Native Infantry against the British. He was captured and transported to the Andamans. In 1890, during the time of Maharaja Chandra, his half-brothers, led by Narendrajit Singh, revolted. The Maharaja fled to Calcutta to seek help of the British. The British wanted to take control of the state's affair. Narendrajit decided to fight. Quinton, the Chief Commissioner of Assam, was sent to Imphal to capture Narendrajit. The Chief Commissioner reported that the Senapati was not only competent but also very popular with the natives of India. When all the attempts to capture the leader failed, the British army attacked the residence of Narendrajit at night. Maharaja Chandra took up arms and defeated the British army. 5 British officers, including Quinton and Grimmer, the political agent in Manipur, were tried and executed. April 20th, 1891, British sent 3 heavily armed columns to attack Manipur from 3 directions. The decisive battle was fought at Khongjo. Ultimately, the Manipuris were defeated. The date of Major General Pauna Brajavasi and other patriots marked the end of the independence of Manipur. On April 27, 1891, Manipur came under the British paramountcy. Many freedom-loving Manipuris were deported and sentenced to death. Maharaja Chandra was banished. Veer Narendrajit and Thangal General were hanged on August 13, 1891 at the polo ground before the general public. The once proud civilization lay in ruins. deep-rooted hatred of the British led to fresh uprisings. 1904 was the year of the first Mapila, or Women's War. Manipuri women rose up against the British. The state bungalows occupied by British officers were set ablaze. Maxwell, the political agent, issued orders to rebuild the bungalows by forced labors. Aribam Chaubi and Leno led demonstrations against the political agent. 6 Manipuri Rajkumars were banished. Towards the end of 1913, there was a widespread agitation against the system of Pothang or compulsory labor. The administration almost came to a standstill, and attempts at conciliation were in vain, and finally Pothang was abolished. During the First World War, the British sent over 1 million of Indian soldiers to fight for their empire in Gallipoli, France, and Mesopotamia. In Manipur too, the British adopted the policy of forcible conscription to send a double company to Mesopotamia and labor corps to France. The people of Manipur revolted against the policy. The Kuki chiefs unanimously decided not to send their sons to France. It led to the Kuki rebellion of 1917 to 1919.
So now, the bonds and the iron lang. Two like that British tele, Germany take is out of in, Galmunds of France. It's the Ganonin, Zaza Panzong, British te Satnadian, 2 in Pitawin, to Jimkulamal Zaila Lungtani. He's asking for Dunia Paragas at the Katita.
In the turbulent encounter with the British, Mulbul, the chief of lawyer, was killed. 10 other chiefs were detained in Tezpur jail. Rani Gaideliu, the legendary freedom fighter of the northeastern India, speaks about the Kabui movement.
Tao phải na tao mi rồi hoàng tao ngu ni, rồi sao thay phải giao rồi phải na này là sao thôi na.
Zadunam, a Kabui Naga of Manipur, is the father of the Kabui rebellion of 1927. Inspired by Gandhian thought, he advised the people not to pay taxes. British sent armed contingents to suppress the movement. Zadunam continued on the fight for 2 long years. Zadunam was arrested and hanged on August 29, 1931. The execution of Zadunam did not succeed in suppressing the Kabui rebellion. The young Gaideliu took up the leadership and guided the rebellion with a new vigor. He was arrested in 1932 and sentenced to transportation for waging a war against the British Raj. In 1937, Jawaharlal Nehru paid a rich tribute to Rani Gaideliu and wrote, 6 years ago, when civil disobedience blazed over the length and breadth of India, she raised a banner of independence and called her people to rally around it. Nehru made every effort to seek her release. She remained in jail for 17 long years and was released only after independence. The Nikhil Hindu Manipuri Mahasabha, a non-political organization, was formed in 1934 with Maharaja Chandra Kirti Singh as its president. In 1938, when the Mahasabha met under the chairmanship of His Narendrajit Singh, the Mahasabha passed political resolutions, including the demand for the constitutional reforms by setting up a legislative council. The name of the organization was changed to Nikhil Manipuri Mahasabha. His Narendrajit Singh resigned his government job of Panchayat membership, and others followed him in giving up government jobs. He plunged into the Swadeshi and non-cooperation movement. He led the Nupilal of 1940. He was arrested and imprisoned in the Sylhet jail. Yet the Nikhil Manipuri Mahasabha continued its movement against the British. An artificial famine was created by the excessive export of rice in 1939, and the people of Manipur suffered in the land of plenty. Manipuri women rose up against the rulers for the second time after the first Nupilal of 1904. The women demonstrators demanded immediate ban of export and milling of rice. Hundreds of women from far-flung areas of Manipur joined the fight. They also demanded for a responsible government in the state. The women boycotted the main market, Khwairaman Bazaar, for more than 1 year. To disperse the agitators, the army and the police were called in. Manipuri women didn't give up and faced the British bayonets. Many of them were imprisoned. The said event was immediately brought to the knowledge of Mahatma Gandhi. Rajkumari Sanatombi, one of the leading leaders of the second Nupilal, speaks of the agitation at the Darbar. Laisom Lebagley, another living leader, speaks about the spirit of the movement against the administration. Ayekpam Rajani, another leader, narrates how the forceful decision to drive out the British was taken. Other prominent leaders were Sabi, Tongo, Kongnang, Leimaton, Mukhi, Amubi, and Kumari. In 1942, when Gandhiji gave the call of do or die, war clouds were gathering over Manipur. In 1943, Subhash Chandra Bose asked the Indians to join the Indian National Army and fight against the British. His appeal received a widespread welcome from the people of Manipur. Many Manipuris volunteered and joined the INA.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯦꯡꯒꯨꯟ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯊꯨꯡꯕꯒ ꯅꯦꯇꯥꯖꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯔꯨꯛ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯐꯤꯜ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯥꯃꯤ ꯅꯤꯄꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯃꯤ 5,500 ꯔꯥꯅꯤ ꯂꯛꯁꯃꯤ ꯀꯦꯞꯇꯦꯟꯅ ꯂꯝꯖꯤꯡꯕ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ
Potsangam Tomal Singh, a volunteer of the first batch, says that Netaji was happy to receive the Manipuris at Rangoon.
I mean, Naki Ahmad Chaudhuri Kawi, I am the British Army da Yaubani. British na Japan ka
Captain Naki Ahmad Chaudhuri says that he left the British Indian Army and joined the INA to liberate India.
Japan ki makuta British tour unconditionally surrendered to 16 February 1942 da surrender.
Ya si Rangoon da Jhansi Rani da yawi. Rangoon ki Netaji ka
Kanya Devi, a soldier of the Jhansi Rani regiment, speaks of the training she received in the INA.
Netaji na karne malik ke thoda bi na karne malik na mayang haj ko na chindi bai mala ke chingre ni pin ki mala ke chindi rei mande ki pharat na Rangoon gi taya gung da Jhansi Rani da yaw da na ek nat po phangi sagon tong tami ek tauri puna maloin tami.
In the beginning of 1944, the headquarters of the INA operations in Manipur and Naga Hills established at Moirang in Manipur.
Indo-Japan Lanmina, Indo-Burma border Hogil Lakuna, Manipur gi Mapam Lokshilava.
Aribam Koireng, another member of the INA, says that for the first time, Free India's tricolor flag was hoisted at Moirang Kangla.
Colonel S.A. Malikna, Azad Hind gi Fauj Galoinana, Amati Japan gi Fauj Galoinana, Indian national flag, Machu Ahumgi Feral, Morangi Kanglata, Yungki.
After the end of the war, while negotiations for transfer of power to India were started, a convention of different political parties of Manipur was held on the 4th October 1946 at the Aryan Theatre at Imphal, and the Manipur State Congress was formed with Rajkumar Bhuvan Sana Singh as its first president. India became free on the 15th August 1947, and the Manipuris joined the celebrations. In the words of a poet, seal your dear land ever choosing honor and freedom and right.